Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So before we even get into the cards, I sat down. The minute I got ready to do your reading, a song came in, and I've never had this song come in for anybody. I'm not sure what it means, but I'm going to tell you what it is. So it's is it even a theme song? I don't know. It's the song that is always present when Darth Vader is about to enter his base. You know, dun 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 dun. What the hell is that all about? So I just picture him. Sorry, I'm spitting. I'm not COVID friendly with all this shit in my mouth. I'm just picturing him like in his big black garb outfit and the cape, and he's walking down like a hallway or something, and this music is playing. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know, maybe the boss is coming down the hallway. Like, if you're watching me at work, you shouldn't be doing that. It's your break, I guess you can, but I don't know. It's so weird, isn't it? I don't know what that means for you. I can't even think of the last time I watched Star Wars. I need to now. I need to get some popcorn. So anyway, so we're going to get into the reading now. But I had to say that because that was really unusual. Yeah, I don't know if there's some sort of meaning. If you can look into who actually wrote the music to that particular sequence of sound. What that is, I don't know. So, well, I'm leaving this open to the universe in terms of whatever the universe wants to talk to you about in this reading. The next I'm going to use a confidence, maybe Darth Vader approaches. Be confident. You know, because I see, okay, so this is what I see. I see like little Princess Leia. And I say little Princess Leia because she was like a little spit of a woman, and he was huge. But she was always like fighting there. Come on. She wouldn't take any of his shit. So, yeah, like that's really funny. Like just seeing her all in that white and Darth Vader all in his black. Anyways, I didn't get a lot of sleep the last couple of nights, so I'm a little bit funny. Energy Oracle deck. Then we're going to go to the dogs and see what the feelings around whatever this is that comes out. Venture out, maybe. I feel like Darth Vader could be around the corner. And then I've got my Light Seers Tarot, 10 of Wands. Maybe you feel like there's some burdens out there. The Knight of Cups, you know, let's release them. Let's feel good. You know, if Darth Vader hadn't been so concerned about trying to run the galaxy, could have just sat down with some friends and had a nice drink. No, but he was burdened by fear. Fear is what took Anakin. Look at this, all tied up, right? He was tied up in fear. There's something, maybe there's even something about like the whole story of that. I don't know why that would be coming in for you. Like the story of Anakin. If you're not a Star Wars fan or have never watched them, just even if you can find something that just tells you the story of Anakin is absolutely fascinating. It really is fascinating. So, I mean, in a way, he was described as what was prophesied to have been the one, like a Messiah in a way, right? But fear took over him and he went to the dark side. So Cancer, what does the universe want to talk to Cancer about? And it's really out of left field energy and messages coming into this reading. So Cancer, what does the universe want to talk to Cancer about in this reading? Wow, deceit and action. Oh my God. They got like the black and the white horse. And I said I could picture like Princess Leia, the little spit of a woman, in all that white and big Darth Vader there and all that black. And deceit. Okay, let's just, if you're not into metaphors, if you're into the kind of tarot readings where I'm going to tell you exactly what this means and what part of your life this represents, and if this person is coming back, or if you're going to like them or not, or it's not going to be one of those. This is going to be one of those readings that's deep as shit. And there's going to be metaphors in it. And there's going to be connections to possibly archetypes. They could be theatrical archetypes there. Yeah, it's really strong in this reading for you. But because Anakin was the chosen one, but fear drove him down a different path. And fear drove him down a path of deceit. I'm just channeling. I don't know if this is you or this is someone around you. I'm not going to peg it on anyone. I'm just going to read the story. And he was. Darth Vader was always going after Princess Leia. Well, and until he blew up her planet. And he was like on to other things to destroy. Oh my gosh. But who was the story of them? Princess Leia was actually his child, right? If you've never watched, I am not giving anything away. That was like discovered like 25 years ago. So you don't know that yet. Somebody here in this reading, whether this is you or this energy is flipped, somebody is deceiving themselves, and this deceit is driven by fear, and they have taken themselves off a path that they should not be on. Or no, they should have taken themselves off a path that they are supposed to be on. But right, who's doing the chase? The black horse. The black horse. So this Darth Vader figure is chasing like this Princess Leia figure. This could be like, that's why I'm also saying this reading is open. I mean, these could be two things going on within you. I don't know. This is really fascinating. Oh, it's at the bottom. What's at the bottom? Door to romance. Hostilities. Fifth chakra. Well, there you go. Right? This is the path. This door to romance. Not that Darth Vader should have romanced Princess Leia. That's a whole other movie. And I popped an earring out. Oh, now shit, I gotta find it. Damn it. Where did it go? I'm never good when I haven't had sleep. Shit, I lost my earring. Okay, so anyways, this path though, this is like the path of love, the path of a higher good, but there's hostilities, like something that needs to be spoken, the hostilities. Because can this path be purified and true if this hostile energy is unspoken behind it? It's probably in the bathroom. The cat hasn't played with it yet. Jesus Christ, the cat plays with everything. All right, let's see the emotions around this. I need to pick out, well, let's just see what comes out. More than one might come out. If I have to split the deck and pull on my own, I'm going to pull one for each of these. There might be some sort of deceit. Someone's taking action to bring that forward. At the end of the day, Darth Vader did make things better. He sacrificed himself to save his child. One of his kids anyways, right? To do the right thing. Loneliness. Well, I would say Darth Vader was very lonely. Yeah. God, you know what? It's so crazy. This story, because the fear that he had was of becoming lonely. The fear that he had was of losing Padme, right? Did I say that right? And the child, which ended up being children that she carried. He was terrified of losing that. And that terror took over him. And it turned him into a deceitful, dishonest, corrupt person, and he ended up lonely anyways. God, this is quite a story. Cancer. The earlick of forgiveness. This has been going around. This has been going around a bit. The earlick of forgiveness. Now, that card is more than enough to explain. I thought I would need two, but no. Okay. There might be, okay, now, I don't know who it is. I'm just keeping it open. But whoever I feel like is in the deceit is taking the actions that they are currently taking them are leading them to loneliness. But I feel like the actions that they are taking were driven by the fear of loneliness, right? And that is such a manifestation right there. Wowzers. hearing it still loud and clear. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, 3. I'm going to get 3 for each one of these. 3 for each one. The 5 of Wands. Go. Yes, true. That was the other thing. It was a quest for some sort of power. It was a quest for power, right? Because Emperor Palpatine, like, dangled that in front of Anakin's face. Like, if you take all this power, I think it was A, to bring his mother back to life, and B, that he would not lose Padme. If I come out on top, I won't lose anything. But he loses everything, including his soul in a way. And actually doesn't really get it back until just moments before his own death. So dramatic. The 5 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords. I'm going to need a second for all of these to sit here. Okay, action. The King of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, loneliness, death and rebirth, the 6 of Cups, the Fool. Well, that's beautiful. This is like, you know, not feeling this void of loneliness with anything except a rebirth of one's own inner child with nothing from the past coming forward. Oh my gosh. These are the same. Look at this puppy, this little golden retriever. It's the same puppy up there. That's crazy. Yeah, there's much to be asked over in the loneliness area. So, like, I'm almost hesitant to get into it because I haven't really sat over here yet to see what this is leading up to, but it's really got my attention. There's this feeling of, like, right, we have death and rebirth, and we have the puppy version here. And there is the puppy version here, and it brings us to some fulfillment, like some growth together. There's a young boy and the puppy, and then they grow old together. So it is almost like the feeling of, you know, wanting connection with someone that you grow old together with. But taking the first step to do this is a bit of a chance, is a bit of a sacrifice. She's dropping just an enormous, looks like she's about to drop just an enormous amethyst stone into this pond of sacred geometry. So it is kind of, there is some sort of sacrifice. And I said that because Darth Vader did sacrifice, in a way, his own life. So a rebirth. Where? Okay. And then, but there is, depending on where this goes, like, I feel like there is even like a sadness or a worry and experiencing the feelings of loneliness, that is there someone to grow old with? But there, you know, like the Fool is starting from scratch. This is not a guarantee. All right, the Deceit card. The 5 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Swords. Well, this is to make something very, very clear. Where there was, at least, arguments, competition. This is a very competitive card. They're all reaching for that flame. I don't know. I feel like if you, is that something that you want to reach for? Is that a height that someone would want to achieve? Because to me, it almost seems like the flame is probably better off, like, you know, let it warm you up, let it light the way. You don't need, if you get too close to the sun and you'll burn. This is just so, this just feels like this deceit card is someone who sacrificed parts of their own soul to hold a flame. There's a candle there. I never ever noticed that before. To hold a flame, to possess something. And it did. Anakin's possession, particularly of Padme, became so toxic that he killed her of a broken heart. She died of a broken heart. She died after giving birth to the twins, and there was really no explanation except her heart just stopped. That was it. There is, like, this energy clears. I mean, I don't know what the hell the backstory is here, but with the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, this is a very, very clear mind, being incredibly clear-minded about something. Maybe even realizing, like, things that you could have reached for in the past, you'll get burned. But the funny thing is, it's almost like knocking other people down and out of your way to get to that. So there could be someone around you, or maybe this is you, that is trying to move past some sort of deception. This deception just feels like this is not a good deception, the way it's coming through with the whole story of Anakin Skywalker. And then the action. The action has a very good energy around it. King of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. This is interesting. Because I was about to say, it's almost as if someone becomes very clear about what it is that they really are competing for. And that this flame, this fire, this wand energy is not necessarily what it is. It's this water element. Like, there's a transformation here from the King of Swords into the King of Cups. And this Five of Wands turns into the Knight of Wands, where this flame is not something that you reach for, but this flame is something that you create in your own unique and artistic and creative way. And you go to that beat. That's the beat. That's the flame that, you know, the flame that was always within. And the Ten of Pentacles is just really achieving the most possible. But then loneliness does sit here. It's very curious. You or someone has been working at achieving something here. There is some level of deceit. I really need to clarify. really, really need to clarify. Because it's almost like somebody achieved something in the physical, in the monetary, but yet the loneliness card sits here. The Five of Cups at the bottom. It's the only one. The Deceit card. The Deceit card. This almost landed right on the Five of Wands. The Two of Pentacles. Somebody's juggling something. Somebody's got more than one investment in one place here, whatever that means. Somebody's juggling an option, or somebody was appearing to be doing that, because that is deceit. So the Five of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Strength card. It's like, it's just getting, somebody's going through a lesson here. And this lesson is really about getting burned by one's own goals. But these goals, if, you know, that's how they burn you. If a goal is driven by fear, it's like this person is kept in that state until they can alchemize that and even learn the lesson. The Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Empress, the King of Wands, and the Chariot. I would see like the Empress is like Padme, no? Or Princess Leia. Well, actually, yeah, she was. Well, no, she was a princess. Was she an empress? I don't think she did. No, Padme was an empress. Wasn't she? Or a queen? I don't know. It's not important, really. But it does. It feels like it's that story type here. I don't know if there's masculine energies or people that like work in masculine energy. So you can picture like Darth Vader. Like he commands, he executes, he initiates. He does in some sense like forcefully protect. Very masculine energy. Where looking at Padme or Princess Leia, nurturing. Yeah, really very, very nurturing, supportive, creative energies. So this is almost like some clarity that is gained even perhaps through observing, recognizing. If this is not an entity outside of oneself, it isn't the softer side within oneself. And driving forward with this. The King of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles. Oh, that's a handful. Jesus. The Eight of Cups. The Seven of Wands. The Five of Cups. The Eight of Wands. And the Two of Wands. It's clear that there's a lot of figures in this card. There are a lot of court cards here. I feel like there's a lot. There might have been a lot of people involved in something in the past. People that caused energy to change and shift, caused particular reactions, right? Like, I'm just thinking like Anakin Skywalker was played by Emperor Palpatine. He was manipulated by him. And he was manipulated through fear. And within this, there was always fear within him, but he never looked at it. He always had fear. And I think part of the fear that he had was because of his upbringing. I mean, he was born from a woman who was a slave. So he was kind of born into slavery, really. It's very interesting. Because there's, okay, so this King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, there's something here that has been disconnected from, right? God, it keeps playing out. I'm really sorry if you guys are not Star Wars people, but it is. It's like Padme, she ran away from Anakin because it wasn't healthy. It wasn't a healthy energy. It was too competitive, too controlling, too fear-based and fear-driven. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna keep reading this. It would be, I feel I would not do the reading justice if I tried to say this is you or this is that or this is someone. I'm just reading this energy. Action. the Four of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Now, this action to me feels like emotions are not considered part of the equation. Now, I don't know if that's something from the past, because you have the King of Cups. This is really, maybe these emotions have to be purified before they can be offered, or before they can be receiving. The Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, this is keeping your head down and doing what you got to do. So doing your work, not putting your head up, and not deviating from that path. And in some ways, make as much money as you can. It's the Ten of Pentacles. The King of Cups. The Hierophant, the Six of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. This King of Cups energy is very, very good. It's incredibly committed to fairness and equality and like a victory for all, say. It's kind of, well, even the story of the Jedis, they even came off their path too. I think that happened during the Clone War. This is just... Because this is a very, very balanced energy. And, you know, almost, I don't want to say it's the problem, but in some ways, for me as a reader, I don't get the backstory here. So I don't know if this is something that's been purified. It could be, because if it's connected to the action card, like emotions were not. Emotions were not available. Emotions were not seen. Emotions were not part of the equation. But now it feels like emotions are the most important part of the equation for success. The Knight of Wands. The Ten of Swords. The Page of Wands. And the Nine of Cups. The Page of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Gosh, this is like a rebirth. There's definitely a rebirth here. There's passion, there's drive, there's possibly communication for one's wish fulfillments. Emotions are the only equation. I really do feel like something is alchemized here from the past that is not being shown in this. Well, you do have the Five of Cups at the bottom. So there are some past disappointments here. The Ten of Pentacles. The Five of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Ace of Wands. This is almost feeling like a distraction. Some sort of distraction being cut out here. And finally seeing something. Getting some sort of, whatever you see is very inspiring. Whatever you see, whoever sees watching this. So some sort of distraction that is cut out. So this, okay. So this Ten of Pentacles doesn't represent somebody just wanting to achieve wealth, the monetary gain and status or whatever, you know. I mean, there is security that comes in with this. It's almost as if, yeah, there's a transformation here. God, it is like, I'm sorry I keep saying it, but it does remind me so much of the Anakin Darth Vader story. But it looks like somebody comes to some sort of realization just before death. Although, and then we come over here and we have death and rebirth. So loneliness. Loneliness. The Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Someone's sneaking around and it gets tiring doing that. Somebody's hiding themselves, and this is very tiring. Somebody is not being honest, and this is very tiring. It's almost like self-sabotage. It looks like self-sabotage with the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands with loneliness. Because I'm seeing, and I've never picked up on it before, these tents here in the background. So it's like he's stolen a bunch of things from the tents and he's sneaking away, right? But I guess, well, once you've stolen all that stuff, you probably can't go back. So then, you know, standing on your own, and it's getting kind of tiring in this loneliness. So I don't know, maybe somebody stole some stuff from you. Or you stole some stuff from somebody. It doesn't have to be that, but it almost just somehow comes around as some sort of self-sabotage. The Death and Rebirth card. Oh my God. You have the Devil. Now, Justice was in reverse. The Seven of Pentacles. This is trying to get out from underneath something very toxic. That's right. We got deceit. So trying to get out from underneath something very, very toxic. Needing to replan. Feels precarious though, right? If Anakin had chosen a different route than to allow his fears to be stoked and prodded by the Emperor Palpatine. If he had come to terms with his fears, and you know, maybe that's even happening here in this reading, like coming to terms with some sort of fears so that they don't guide one down a bad path, a difficult path. It just feels like a difficult path to recover from. That, you know, it's almost producing some sort of karma that you're going to be working through in lifetimes. The Six of Cups. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's right. Like it's being like disconnected from your, oh God, from your own inner child. Disconnected from one's own inner child. Perhaps disconnected from some important soulmate relationships here. I don't know what this is. I mean, whoever this is, it feels like some bad choices have been made. The Fool. Geez, that just went everywhere. Went in 3 different directions. The Four of Swords. The Two of Cups. The Tower. Oh. And the Ten of Wands. Oh, there's a desire to, well, you have forgiveness at the bottom there, right? Like a desire to heal something. Some sort of heavy burden that has taken place here with a Two of Cups, perhaps? I don't know who this is, man. I don't know if this is like you or someone you are dealing with. Yeah. Oh, what is this? Sword of Romance, Hostilities, and the Fifth Chakra. Sword of Romance. Ten of Cups, Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the World. Well, something's cut out here. Something is really cut out. Emotional fulfillment has been cut out. Feels like someone can't even walk towards it. But then that is an end of a cycle, so I don't know. I don't know if this is somebody you know. Like, I don't even really... If this isn't you, which I think if it is you, it's important to kind of look at it. Because there's some strong messages in here about some sort of path that's possibly been taken. I mean, I'm not really getting, particularly with this now, I'm not getting like that there's someone from your past coming towards you necessarily. Hostilities. The Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Okay. Maybe you have some sort of an opportunity here. I don't know. got an opportunity, and I feel like, okay, with a Six of Cups, but somebody feels disconnected from Six of Cups. Like with the Five of Pentacles, really depleted and in lack. But there's a Six of Cups here with an opportunity. But there's hostilities around it. So someone, I don't know, maybe you're about to have an opportunity. Maybe some of you are, this almost too could even feel like this could be someone that was a partner of yours or a boyfriend or a girlfriend years ago. And maybe you're getting remarried, and I don't know, like somebody's seen this opportunity. I don't know. I don't know why this reading is coming forward, but there must be a reason for it. So, oh, why the Seven of Cups? Where did that come from? Confusion. Somebody's still confused. Somebody is, this is a lot of opportunities as well if this is going in with this. The fifth chakra, you might hear from somebody, Cancer. I'm just going to say it. It took me a while to kind of get to where this reading was going. Okay, the Sun, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. You might hear from someone that's been seeing how well you're doing. I want to say, too, that I feel like this person's going to make a point of telling you how well they're doing. If they are, I don't know. I do not know. But Darth Vader could be around the bend. Forgiveness. The King of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. You know, somebody here. This could be a parent. Oh, you got the King and Queen of Pentacles here. And right, like that Queen of Pentacles went somewhere. I really got that. It was like that, this whole Padme, Princess Leia energy going in another direction. I do feel like somebody is going to ask for forgiveness about something. But I'll tell you right now, I feel like they're going to make a point of letting you know how well they're doing first. It's funny energy. The Death card is at the bottom. Yeah, this definitely, now this feels like someone from your past. Boy, that took a while to come through, didn't it? So, yeah, I feel like I used almost every card in that tiny tarot deck. I'm going to go do the extended, Cancer. I'm just leaving it open again to what the universe wants to talk to you about and see what happens on the other side over there. Thank you very much, Cancer. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.